Hello from Bali. I'm Lani and we will do a gentle flow today. So this one is perfect if you might be a little bit run down. I've been hearing that everyone is sick lately, and I don't care what country you're in. In Bali, everybody's sick. In America, everybody's sick. In Australia, everybody's sick. So this is great if you're feeling a little bit run down, if you're just coming up from having a little flu. Maybe if you're newer to yoga and you're just interested in something a little bit slower and more gentle. So we'll be doing a gentle flow today. Grab your mat and we will start in seated position. So let's face the palms up, and I'll just ask you to find that dynamic stretch, pulling the belly in, right? A lot of times I see this posture in classes. So try and make your spine, get all the rounding out of it. Engage the low belly, drop the shoulders, connect thumb and pointer finger, relaxing the front of the neck. And we'll take 3 big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more like this. Breathe in from the belly. Breathe out. Seal the lips and we'll get into the Ujjayi breath. In from the belly, nice whispering sound, sitting up tall. Inhale, take that breath from the belly all the way up behind the heart, into the face, the neck, the head. And exhale through the nose, taking it right back down. See if you can get a lot of movement in the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in, so let's just start to be aware of our breath and just watching it. Exhale. See if you can tune into the sounds around you. Breathe in. Breathe out, see if you can bring your awareness to your toes. 2 more like this. Breathe in, connecting to the palms of your hand. Breathe out, bring an awareness and connection into your heart. On the inhale, we'll gently blink the eyes open and let's make our way onto the back. Got a whole bunch of little Bali critters hanging out with me. So scooch forward so you can make sure your head stays on the mat. We'll bring the knees into the chest one at a time. Tuck the chin, shoulders press into the mat. We'll just gently rock side to side. Inhale to the left. And on the exhale, come to the right. So keep the shoulders grounded. Keep moving nice and slow, right? So we don't want fast, 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 fast. We're never having a yoga movement, a yoga practice rather, where movements are rushed, and choppy, and aggressive. We're always looking for smooth. I mean, I like my peanut butter chunky, but in yoga, we got to go for that smooth, caramelly. So just side to side, realigning our spine. We don't want the chin crunched up and the shoulders into the neck. As much space as you can, shoulders pressing into the mat. Nice and slow, side to side, just connecting to the spine, warming up. And we'll bring these back into the chest, taking a big breath. Breathe in. And on the exhale, we'll open up the knees. So because we're just beginning, this should not be traumatizing. In no way should this be aggressive. You can bring the hands under the knees. Now, I'm quite open. So for me, this is a really comfortable first stretch. I'll pull actually the knees down a little bit. Beware that you're not arching the back, so we'll keep the low back pressed into the mat. Let's just circle the ankles in one direction. Pulling shoulders down towards the hips, keeping them glued into the mat. Breathing into the ankles, big belly breath. And we'll switch directions, other way. The sun feels so freaking good because you have no idea how much it's been raining here. Just poured hard this morning. So yay for the sun. I'm thankful for the sun, my breath, connecting to my ankles. And let's come back to center. Rock back and forth, inhale back, exhale forward, and let's come to tabletop position. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, plant the palms. And we'll just bring the hips to the right, inhale, and coming to the left, exhale, coming into that side body. And on the inhale, come to the right and bring your head to the left side, just breathing all the way up through the right side. Maybe even feeling it in the hip flexors. And on the exhale, switch back to center. So we'll bring left hand underneath right, lower left shoulder to the mat, left cheek. Keep your hips high, pull your belly in, and if you want a little bit more, bring your right arm forward. Inhale, shoulders pull toward the hips. And on the exhale, let's breathe into the back, into the left shoulder. So you want as much space between the shoulder and the ear that you can get. Let's take another breath here. Breathe in and breathe out. And on the inhale, slowly come back to tabletop position. Plant the left hand, exhale, right hand comes through, right shoulder to the mat. If you want, you can bring left hand forward. So again, making a lot of space between the right shoulder and the right ear. Pull that low belly in. Might be feeling the stretch in the low back. I love to do this after I surf or before. I've been really digging my pull-ups lately, so I get my shoulders nice, a lot of blood to them. Also before my inversions, my arm balances. So we always want to just get blood flowing through the body. That's how we heal. That's how we stay young and strong. Taking one more breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. On the inhale, we'll slowly come back to tabletop position. Plant the palms, tuck the toes. Walk the feet all the way up. Bend the legs as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe hands come to the shins. And on the exhale, fold. Let the head hang heavy. You take any arm choice you like, maybe fingers to the floor, maybe bending the arms, grab opposite elbows, maybe today you want to interlace hands behind the back, whatever feels best for you, maybe hands coming behind the ankles. Breathing into the backs of the legs, toes are soft. Again, we're not ever looking for a big crunch and compression. So it's like trying to breathe or trying to take a drink through a straw while you've clamped it shut. That's what's happening in the body when we're making all this compression. We're squeezing everything. It's like get into a really comfortable, calm pose and then squeeze everything and hurt your neck, right? So that's the opposite of what we're going for. Shoulders towards the sky. Toes light. Spreading the space over the heart, softening over the chest. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands come back to the floor, whatever choice you've taken. Tuck chin, look at the body, soft toes, activating through the backs of the legs so we can use the hammies and get that big bum going. On the inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. So I'm using the backs of my legs. Shoulders are pulling away from the ears. Head is the last thing to rise. And on the inhale, we'll bring arms to the sky. Squeeze the bum, the low belly. I get to touch the trees and feel the life. Inhale, look up. And on the exhale, fold. I actually do touch trees when I'm driving through Bali because we have these insane avatar trees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Look up. And on the exhale, plant the palms. So maybe you're in the knees here. Maybe you're in a full push-up. You don't have to follow me ever. I want you to do what feels good. So we're looking for alignment and breath. If you're in the high push-up, holding for a few more seconds, knees, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, everybody pull forward. And on the exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. So I like to usually cue if you've done a knee push-up. Then let's go to cobra. So we want to make sure that we're protecting the neck by pulling the shoulders down. Your bum is squeezing as much as it can. Slowly lift the chin, gaze up. And on the exhale, let's come up and back, downward facing dog. So if you're on the knees, you move through tabletop position. Pull shoulders away from the ears, spread the hands, and just start to pump into the backs of the legs. Breathe in, bend left leg, straighten right. And on the exhale, switch. We always got to breathe, we got to feed the muscles. Inhale, bend left. And on the exhale, switch. Last one, inhale. Exhale, switch. So we'll keep the pressure out of the neck, back to the dog, bringing it into the lats instead. I like to cue bent knees because that's how you can really take the pressure off the wrists. I want more weight into the legs. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Breathe it all the way up. Point those toes. And on the exhale, bring your right knee all the way up to the right shoulder. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Point, breathe, squeeze the glutes. And on the exhale, right knee to the left. So switching across. Inhale, one-legged dog. Take it all the way up. Spread those hands. Breathe. And on the exhale, float it back down. Inhale, left leg to the sky. I like to usually have a 3-second rule, so moving not any faster than 3 seconds. Exhale, left knee comes all the way forward. Left shoulder. Inhale, send it back. Again, turning the lats on, squeeze the bum, find an extension. Exhale, left knee come across the body. Inhale, send it back to the one-legged dog. Breathe up. And on the exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, bend knees, look up. Inhale, walk the feet forward, toes touch, heels a sliver apart, half lift, look up. And on the exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. And on the exhale, slowly step the left leg up and back. So we never want to jam it or slam it. Use the whole breath to send it back. Lower left knee to the floor. And on the inhale, lifting up. Losing my mic. So you can either have hands to the floor, hands to the knees, or take arms all the way up. So what's really common here is just a crunching into that low back. We tilt the hips forward, have that connection to the low belly. Arms to the sky, relax the neck and breathe into the hip. Take another breath, breathe in. And on the exhale, lower the hands down. Tuck the back toes under, inhale. We'll spin left foot flat. And on the next inhale, slowly come all the way up to warrior two. Spread the fingers, bend the right knee. So what I see a lot here is the right knee pulling forward and the bum out and chest facing the floor. We'll have the right knee pulling back along with the left hip. The knee comes over the ankle. Spread the fingers. Again, I always like to cue if you can shake your triceps, it's because the arms aren't on. So I just do a little bit of a tilt forward. On the inhale, reverse warrior. Chest is not facing up. Let's face it to the side and get a big juicy stretch. The right side of the low back. I've got my low belly in. Inhale, slowly rise. And on the exhale, lower hands all the way down. Good. Inhale, step it back to high push-up or take the knees. And on the exhale, let's come back to tabletop position. Good. So inhale, drop the belly, gaze to the sky, tabletop, look up. And on the exhale, huge hollow, cat pose, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, huge hollow, cat pose. One more, inhale, drop the belly, look up. And on the exhale, huge hollow, cat pose. Inhale, back to tabletop position. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, down dog, hips to sky, chest to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look up. Inhale, get those feet all the way forward. Toes touch, heels a sliver apart. Half lift, strong legs, look up. And on the exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, look up. And on the exhale, fold. This time going a little bit deeper, so option to hang here. Or maybe bring hands behind the legs. We can interlace hands and get that nice deep shoulder stretch. We'll go for 2 more breaths. So breathing into the backs of the legs and the shoulders here. Let the head fall. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands come all the way to the floor. Inhale, we'll slowly step the right leg back. Take the whole time. I don't want you to get there before me. No slamming. Gently lower the knee to the floor. You can bring hands, to keep them to the mat rather. Bring hands to the knees. Remember our cues. Never just sitting without engagement. Tuck the tail under, squeeze the bum, squeeze the low belly. The arms are up, relax the neck. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. On the exhale, lower hands to the floor. Inhale, tuck the back toes under, lift the knee. Spin right foot flat. And on the inhale, lead with the right arm, warrior two. Find those same cues, yeah? So we don't want the knee pulling forward, no sickling. We've got the bum tucked under, left knee, right hip pulling back. Spread the fingers. So this would be compressing the neck. This would be arching in the low back. Find your posture. The knee over the ankle. Again, let's turn the arms a little forward so we've got those triceps working. Pressing to the pinky toe on the back foot. Inhale, reverse warrior. So we're pulling toward left shoulder forward. So we can feel the stretch on the left side of the back. Breathe into it. Inhale, slowly rise, lift up. And on the exhale, lower the hands all the way down, back heel lifts. Inhale, step it up and back, high push up our knees. Hold for 3, squeeze the bum, 2, and 1. Good, lower knees to the floor. Tabletop position, inhale. And let's come onto the bum for a little bit of stretching. So we'll come all the way onto the back. Cross right ankle over the left knee, figure 4. So if this is enough for you, just press the hand into the knee. Yeah, if you need a little bit more, interlace hands behind the thigh. So we don't want the chin popping up and the shoulders are not crunching into the ears. Left shoulder is pulling down toward the floor. Right shoulder as well, so the shoulders are pulling apart and then toward the hips. Chin is tucked. If you need a little bit more, you can interlace hands underneath the left knee. So we're flexing the right foot and pulling right knee away from the body. Hips are so, so important. We gotta love them, man. They help us out with everything. Sitting, running, jumping, driving, computer work, any exercise, yoga, right? Everything. And then every time we feel like stress or sadness or fear, which is a lot because we're human, all that crap sits in the hips, so they're getting double whammied all the time. So this is a great one to do after, like, if you're a runner, if you've done a crazy intense workout. The hips really need that opening. They need to be supple. And if you haven't done a huge workout but you feel like you need a little bit of energy release, just take a really gentle version of the pose. You'd never want to get aggressive if you don't have blood to the muscles. Let's take one more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we'll slowly release. Let's take legs up to the sky. Flex the feet. Good. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex the feet. Inhale, point the toes. And exhale, flex. And we'll lower the feet down. And we'll switch sides, cross left ankle over the knee. So again, if this is enough for you, pressing hand into the knee, drop shoulders toward the hips, press them into the mat, flexing the left foot. If you want a little bit more, pick up the right leg, interlace hands through. And if you want a little bit more, bring hands underneath the knee. So this one's a great one to do. I love to do this one after a big squat, after my walks. Hips are so important for us to nurture and maintain. Right? So every time you're jumping, running, sitting, driving, and then not to mention all the heavy workouts, your hips are supporting you, right? They do everything. And because our hips are an emotional place, we're breathing, by the way. I'm chatting, you're breathing. Every time we feel fear, sadness, anger, your hips carry that as well, so they're getting double taxed all day. We got to stop, make some space, some stillness, breathe into them. I like to picture like my bum pulling apart and I just let the blood and the breaths, the oxygen flow through. Let's take one more big breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we'll slowly release. Both feet to the floor. Feet wide, knees touch. Hands over the low part of the belly. One big breath in through nose, out through mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ease into the chest. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, forth. And we'll come to seated position. So we'll just finish with a couple more present breaths. Breath is the strongest way to create energy. So in the afternoons, instead of grabbing some caffeine or some sugar, I will just come to a few present breaths. It's like charging your cell phone in. Even when we sleep, we don't always feel rested when we wake up. Like, if you've ever gone to bed and then woken up exhausted and you're like, dude, I literally just woke up. It's because we're dreaming. It's because the mind doesn't get a rest. So the fastest, strongest, most concentrated way for us to get energy is just by being present. So we can hear the sounds around us. I can see everything, feel my fingers on my toes. Let's just take 3 breaths together. So I want you to try for 1 breath without any thoughts. So without any thoughts coming in or out and taking you out of this body, off this mat. If you can get through 1, let's try 2. And if you can get to 2, try 3. Here we go. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. We'll bring hands to the heart, thumbs to chest. We'll take 1 Om together. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest. We'll take 1 breath, and then on the exhale, find our Om. Inhale. Sit in this peace for a moment. Whatever you need, pull it in. If you need energy, pull energy in. If you need some self-love, some confidence, some nurturing. We're always waiting for everybody to give us what we need. We're always looking out there, expecting that people can treat us extra soft when we're feeling sensitive, that they can give us love when we're feeling a bit insecure. It's never going to happen that way. We have to make it clear what we need, connect to that quiet space, and fill up ourselves. This is the real, true place. Let's bring thumbs to the third eye of chest. Breathe in, and on the exhale, we'll bow forward as we seal our practice by saying Namaste. Ground fingers to the floor. Lift the chin as you're ready. And slowly blink the eyes open. Present breaths are magic. When you're just feeling crusty, tired, grumpy, anxiety, low, try just coming into your body, finding some still breaths. That's enough. Just 3 breaths without thought is enough to start the shift. Make you feel good. Yeah. So a little Lani chat at the end. Yoga in Bali. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at the bottom. Don't want you to miss out on any of the other flows. This one's a gentle one. So take care of yourself. Have lots of turmeric. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.